So these internet movies that we talked in earlier times about, the first one we did, which was The 5 Secrets. So far, there's been about 600,000 views of all of these videos. And I'll just quickly say which ones these are. The first one here is 5 Secrets, and then More Than Money. This one is Agenda for a New Economy, Thinking Big, Glow, Trauma Stewardship, Be the Hero, and the last one we just did is one of our bestsellers, Leadership and Self-Deception, the second edition. And basically, these are creative ways that are telling the story of the book in 2 to 3 minutes that would compel you, after looking at it, to say, oh, this is cool, I want to send it to a friend or a family member or a colleague. So it's really trying to do something that says, my biggest marketing distribution using word of mouth can potentially be the people themselves that are thinking about it in terms of passing it on. And what they all have on it is the end. It's not just what is it, and kind of interesting, it has a call to action slide, which is an interactive part where you can actually go in, put your email in, get a free chapter that's not available anywhere else directly from the system, also have access to a 30% discount on the book, and also then join a blog or join a community, whether it's Ning, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. You can go into different social networks and start being in communication with other authors, and with the authors themselves, as well as other readers. And that's what I was saying before, that that's really what a lot of the readers are saying they want to do right now. And something like this just makes it really easy for them to do so. So this one is one of the exciting ones we've just done. This is the first game we've ever done. It's a viral marketing piece. We commissioned a cool firm up in Vancouver to do it together with the author. And this is the book that we're actually giving everybody today. Deanna Zant's Share This. And the subtitle is How You Will Change the World with Social Networking. And so what she does is she says in the game, what's your social networking type? And so you come in. Well, I'm not going to actually play the game in the interest of time, but I'll show you the game in the break. But what's cool about it is it asks 5 really provocative questions and then rates you according to one of these 4 types, whether it's Cleopatra or Eleanor Roosevelt or some of the others. And it's just a really neat one where the mandala spins and everything else. Okay, well, all right, so I am going to just show you very quickly what it looks like. Because the mandala spinning is just, you know, too cool.
Very cool.
So it's asking some questions. Let's get right down to it. Social networks are first and foremost. One of your friends posts an unsavory picture of you online, nothing terrible, but nothing flattering you. Your organization announces it's launching a social network strategy and they need a leader. You're into it, and then you have 5 different answers. Your favorite metaphor for social networks is the song that best describes your social networking. So My Way from Frank Sinatra. So then it comes, and basically, I already know who I am. Jamie's the same. Jamie Shokir's the same, because he told me on Twitter, we're both Cleopatra. And Cleopatra the imperialist. And it's good too, I'll read it to you. The world is your oyster and you're out there to conquer every last morsel. When it comes to social networking, you've got a plan, meet people, add them to your friends list, count them as minions in your ever amassing army. This may win you great stats, but it could be hurtful in terms of who feel like they're just another stamp in your collection. Remember, size doesn't matter, relationships do. So that's just a cool game that now is helping to sell that book, and it's a perfect one too for someone like her, who's all about social media. So this next one is a bottoms-up animation from a couple of guys in Brisbane, Australia. Australia is actually in the shareholders meeting a lot today, with Johanna going over there and other things going on. But we found this through the author, John Perkins, who was tweeting about it on Twitter and said, this is a cool animation that says just what my book says, and I didn't even know anything about it, and I didn't authorize it. But it just goes to show that now people who are talented with media-rich components are the readers themselves getting out and doing viral marketing, so we're not necessarily having to commission it. We just have to find it and distribute it. So this one, I'm just going to show a small part of it.
We economic hitman and managed to create the world's first truly global empire. It's basically a secret empire. We do it in many ways, but
it's 2 minutes long. It tells the whole book.
That has resources our corporations covet, like oil, range a huge loan to that country from the World Bank or one of its sisters. The money never actually goes to the country. It goes to our...
I'll give you the link afterwards, so because I got to get to the PK community, but it's a really good story.
And that was John Perkins speaking.
That was John Perkins speaking, right. And he was okay, even though they took his voice and, you know, basically put the animation behind it.
They didn't even ask him?
They didn't ask him, but they should have, but they didn't. But as it turned out, he's selling a lot of books from it, so he was pleased as punch. So this last section, and I only have several minutes to do it because I'm quickly running out of time, is the digital communities area. And this is our newest area. We started in the first place on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And digital communities in general, what's cool about them is that you know, word of mouth is a big part of what is always sold books. And now that these communities are developing and congregating around things, there's ways to really get the word out a lot more and to have the community actually engaging with itself about books and new things going forward. So Facebook has got about 300 million members. Twitter has 75 million. LinkedIn has 35 million. And on Facebook, we have about 750 members now on the BK Facebook page. We have about 1,500 on our Twitter page, which is basically what's showing up there. And then there's about 50 authors now that have their own group, a BK Authors group on LinkedIn, where they're in communication all the time, which is really cool. And also, we go into groups on LinkedIn, because it's very business-oriented, to pitch our books like ASTD, that has a group of 20,000 members here in the United States. So I want to show you what Deanna Zant says about social networking.